What's your story? What's your sign? It's like we're twin flames in a different life. Deep connection lights a spark. It's like you know me in the depths of my heart. We're dreamers. Don't care what other people say. We're living like this could be a final day. We're dreamers. Don't care what the others say. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive. What's your weakness? What's your type? Somehow I wanna know all about you. Deep connection lights a spark. You already know me when we dance in the dark. We're dreamers. We're living. We're dreamers. We're doing this in our way. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. Oh, we come alive. We come alive. Oh, we come alive. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. Tell me that you want me. I can see you want me by the look in your eyes. We come alive. We come alive. We come alive in the nighttime. Something about how we dance in the moonlight. That look in your eyes, it tells me that you want me and all my loving. We come alive in the nighttime. You and I, we come alive. We come alive. We come alive.
Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. How is everyone today? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And welcome to the Friday podcast, everyone. Let's see who's in the chat today. Welcome back, Mrs. S. Is Mrs. S back? That is fabulous. Wondered where you went, my dear. Hope you're okay. And do we have a birthday today? Is it Connie Balmer's birthday? Happy birthday, Connie Balmer. Happy birthday to you. Happy sweet 16, my dear. Hope you're having a great day. Hello, Verda. Hope you're doing well, hon. Hey, Lottie. Hey, Rahini. Rahini got the wine. Red wine, of course. Red wine for a celebration. Because the trolls were defeated yesterday. And we've got a lot to look forward to next week. And like this person in the tweet on the screen said, I do truly believe that the Sussex squad will one day defeat the Monarchy because they are scared of us. Scared and pressed like a panini. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about today, so I will open up the line. If anybody wants to come and speak, please feel free to. So let me just get the link and post that. Please don't be shy. Want to have your voices heard because it's certainly been a it's been a strange week. I feel like sometimes I just wake up and I'm like, what in the fresh England scone hell is happening today? Crikey. I think I had where's the slide that I wanted to put up? Um, yeah, this current feels on the screen. Hello, Karen M. Welcome to the chat. Hi, Hazel. Miss P Talks. Hello. Oh, did Murad do a video? I haven't seen it yet. I need to go and watch that. I just saw someone mention Murad. Hey Zuri, happy Friday to you too. Hey Cinderella. Hi Legs. Sylvia, hi. Hi Madison. Hi Faith. All right. Hi Kim. I think most of the usuals are in the chat. Hey Kat Harlem. Elita, hi. Hi Catherine. All right. I think most of the usuals are in the chat and we can get started. Rahini, you just can't wait to give your 2 cents. She's literally just jumped into the chat, everyone. I'll let you give your 2 cents, Rahini. I know you've got a lot to say. All right, let's start with some of the lighter and nicer stories. So, in Invictus news, the NHS, which is the National Health Service in the United Kingdom, actually gave Harry a shout out just a couple of hours ago. And they posted this. NHS is the National Health Service, by the way. For those of you who don't live in the United Kingdom, they are our health provider across the country. So they said, it's the Commonwealth Games kickoff. We want to celebrate our NHS colleagues who have represented their country in sports this year, including paediatric physiotherapist Kelly, who competed in the Invictus Games, winning 4 silver and 2 bronze medals. And there she is, getting medalled by Harry. They went on to say becoming paralyzed while serving in the military inspired Kelly to become a physio after the care she received and now works for the NHS. Wonderful. I knew I would understand what people were going through when they were rehabilitating. I wanted to make a difference, Kelly said. Kelly now works with children and their families to support them during their time of need. If you're inspired by Kelly and want they go on to say if you want to join the NHS, then you can take the quiz and join the NHS. But wonderful to hear stories continuing to come out of Invictus and to see how people have been given a new sense of life after competing in this amazing event that Harry has put together, and then actually go on to help other people and keeping in with the theme of service and wanting to be of service. And that service is universal. You do not need titles or silly medals and costumes. You can just be the average everyday person like Kelly here and give back to your community. That is the spirit of Invictus, and it's wonderful to see. And I wish people would look at these things when they talk about Harry. And I feel as though next year with Invictus Games, they're going to pull out all of the stops. And that will, I think, be a moment where people take a step back and say, hang on a minute, why do we keep going after this guy? Look at what he's done for servicemen and women around the world. In non-Sussex pop culture news, Beyonce's album is out, Renaissance. Comment in the chat if you've listened to it. I haven't listened to it yet. But this woman in the bushes, I think, is pretty much the beehive today, listening to the album. I've heard nothing but good things so far. But I have to say, Beyonce's last album, it did take a while to actually grow on me. It was a very different, very experimental. And I think this album is going to be similar as well. So it did eventually grow on me, and I absolutely love her last album now. But I feel like I might have to listen to this one a couple times based on the few samples that I've heard. But let me know what you think of it. The video for Break My Soul is not out, so we still don't know whether or not rumor is true or not, and whether Megan is in that video. But I did see somebody tweet that apparently she saw Beyonce in Harlem with dancers. So again, I don't know how true that is. Megan was also in New York, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. Also, Will Smith, um, because we can't stop talking about that slap, has come out in a 5-minute video apologizing to what's his face, the fool, Chris Rock. I'm going to reiterate what I said at the time. I do not do respectability politics when Black women are disrespected. Like this person in the tweet said, Will Smith did nothing wrong to me. And that's all I have to say about that. He said, there is no part of me that thinks that this was the right way to behave in that moment. I mean, you were in a room full of people who, some of whom were perverts, and what we know about Hollywood, some of them even pedophiles. So I don't. That room is not a room that you had to play to respectability politics, Mr. Will Smith. But nonetheless, he's still getting paid. I think he just got a deal for another movie that was like 35 million or something. So yeah, that is pop culture news. But and in the United Kingdom, the trial between Rebecca Vardy and Colleen Rooney has been settled. Rebecca was posting false stories about Colleen Rooney. What Colleen Rooney had done is she had very cleverly set up a situation where only Rebecca would see certain messages, because she had suspected that one of her friends was leaking stories to the press. So I don't think that this situation ever had to go to court. I think Rebecca should have just owned what she did, and it's dragged out now. And Colleen Rooney had won, and I say good for her. It seems like Rebecca was being very shady, and unfortunately, even between famous people, you get these fallouts. But Specsavers, which is one of the optical companies here, making fun of the Sketchroom artist. And so, yeah, that is all the pop culture and United Kingdom news. I'll go to your comments before I carry on and get to the Sussex stuff. Jane Commonwealth, I saw an article about Willie trying to erase his mother from our lives. Well, I forgot to put this on the slide, but Sky News, who are, interestingly enough, Murdoch operation, will still air the interview. So they're going to have to go a long way before they get Diana's words completely erased. And we, of course, will keep her memory alive. Chef Sandy Love, thank you so much for the super sticker, darling. Happy Friday. Lottie G, I googled that word yesterday. I couldn't believe my ears. Yeah, I'm surprised at how many people did not know what it was. I guess in a way, it's probably a good thing that some people didn't. But yeah, now we all know, thanks to Prince William. This is probably the most progressive thing that Prince William has ever done, is educate us on what pegging is. Especially, you're saying the Twilight Zone, aren't we all? Numerous TikTok. Hello to you as well. Can I hire you to do the Duchess of Success TikToks? I really want to get to the point one day where I can actually hire people to do things. That would be amazing. T. Esther, did you guys hear Justice Alito diss Harry's speech about Roe versus Wade? Yes, I heard about that. And I chose not to pay attention to it just because I haven't tweeted about it or anything, because he clearly used Harry's name to get his name in the news. Otherwise, nobody would have been talking about that. And that's just how sad that man is. That you would use someone whose name you know is going to get out there to get your words, your horrible words, out to the world. The power of Harry. And more so the fact that Harry is a man that I'm sure stands by the rights of women, certainly the reproductive rights of women. and you're using his name to get your nasty words out there. Shameful. But yes, I did hear about that. CP Chris Rock owes the Smith family an apology. Will has nothing to apologize for because Rock has constantly gone after his wife. Yeah, I felt that way as well. Yeah. I thought it was quite interesting how so many people in Hollywood did not defend Chris Rock. And that says something a lot about Chris Rock in my eyes. And I view Chris Rock the same way I view the royal reporters. Keep our names out of your mouth. Hi, if you're just joining us. Almost 600 in the chat. Vinny Bear, Prince of Peking and Prince William are still trending. Yes, they are actually still trending. In the year of Jubilee, when billions of pounds are wasted, the squad is undefeated and the world is showing it doesn't like Willie. And, you know, they keep trying to put this whole thing on the squad. First and foremost, the squad are not responsible for this starting to trend. And they are certainly not responsible for it continuing to trend. Everybody and their grandmother jumped on that hashtag with glee. With glee. I barely saw anybody that wasn't a deranger who was offended by it. People were laughing their socks off. So what does that say about how the unroyal mafia are viewed to the rest of the world? And what does it say about the way William is viewed to the rest of the world? Everyone can see it. And this just shows that the smear campaign has not worked. And I honestly believe that in the end, the people who directed the most vitriol at Meghan were people that were going to just do it anyway, were people that just had a racist bias anyway. They were just given the confidence to do it by the smear campaign that was launched against her. But also, the majority of that was based here in the United Kingdom, more so in England, I think. So they threw absolutely everything and they continue to throw everything. You know what? It's not working. Lee Thompson, if you're listening to my voice, you better hand in your 2 weeks notice. You've already put a dent in your career. Do not flush it completely down the drain. Hand in your notice. In fact, everybody working at KP, because I know some of you listen to me, I know you do, all hand in your notice and get off this sinking ship. Now that I've gotten that off my chest. Ginger Snap, I hope the Crown uses every word from Diana's interview. So do I. Word for word. Yes, Princess Diana forever. We should, do you know what? We should get that trending on the day of her, on the 25th. So not the 25th. Is it the 31st? The day, because it will be the 25th anniversary, but on the day that the actual accident happened. We should get that trending. Princess Diana forever. Thank you so much, Pecan. Kim, Colleen Rooney needs to worry about her husband, who has been embarrassing her on an epic level for decades. That is true. He has been embarrassing her on an epic level for decades, but she still has had the right to go after Rebecca Vardy. Yes, CP, further cementing Harry on the right side of history. Thank you so much, Alan Vernon, for the super sticker. Thank you, much appreciated. Anne Washington, it's not called pegging in America. So what's it called in America? What do you call it? um, Karen, I'm still laughing. I'm still laughing too. I don't think I've stopped laughing since yesterday. I laughed so hard that I had to take a nap this afternoon. I just want to get through your comments before we go on to the next thing. Deflect, but it won't work as royal piggingness. It's not going away. Duke of Pegridge or King. Yes. Okay, on to the next thing. So there had been rumors going around for a long time. Well, Derangers wanted to write a narrative that Doria had a criminal history, and these are the hard gang activities of Mrs. Ragland. A single traffic violation. There you have it. They must be so disappointed that Megan's dreadlocked mother is not the criminal that they wanted her to be. And quite frankly, if that was the case, we know that the British media would have jumped on it a long time ago. So literally a single traffic violation, like pretty much every other citizen who's ever owned a car. Elaine Park is the 31st of August. Thank you. Yes. That is the day that Diana died. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing something on this channel and leading up to that as well, because I feel like we have to really make a big deal out of it. Wendy, everything has backfired for the Cambridges. Where is there been Dr. Guru? Yeah, completely silent. Well, actually, not completely silent. He has been doing his dirty work, but nothing that's going to create much of an impact because the damage has been done. Legs, doesn't it say enough about Dim and Slim that they could go through so many PR people for attention and it still leads to them being behind? Yes, and Ding Dong in the behind also. Additionally, how much money do they spend on all this PR? Exactly. If you are a decent person, you don't need PR spin, right? Most high profile people have, PR people, to release press statements and any other statements to the press. But when you look at somebody like Meghan, throughout her entire career, she's always been very good at cultivating her image and cultivating an image herself. So whatever PR that the Sussexes have, it's just to communicate with the press. They don't have to fake being anyone. They're not trying, they're not starting from one to sell an image to the public. So the fact that the Sussexes have to go through the Cambridges are going through so many people to try and find someone that can turn them into something. They don't even know who they are. So there's nothing that a PR person is going to do for them. Sarah Turner, Diana Forever makes a great remembrance hashtag. Yes. I really, really love that actually. Alan, you asked Alexa and it said it would rather not answer. Really? Is that what they said? Should I ask Siri and see what Siri said? Ask Siri. Also another thing that I wanted to say about that Colleen Rooney, Rebecca Vardy case though. I actually forgot this is the very reason why I brought it up. I did wonder if that is something that the Sussexes could potentially use to fight the British press. Now that case has gone through. Sorry, I forgot to say that. That was the relevance of me bringing up that case. Because essentially what she was doing was leaking false stories to the press. Well, thank you so much to Olivia Johnson and Ginger Lily for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you both. Marilyn, love how the Royal Rota are trying to ignore the fact that William is trending. There's more evidence of a contract between them and the On-Royals. Yes. And it continued to trend and on quite popular pages. Family Guy was tweeting about it. Playful Promises, who do intimate toys, were tweeting about it. I don't watch Family Guy, so I don't understand the reference. But maybe for those of you that do watch Family Guy, you can let me know. And Playful Promises says, we heard Prince William supports green causes. Good thing. Our eco-friendly toys are biodegradable. Well, I hope he's practicing what he preaches and using a biodegradable dildo also. More tweets in the Shootyverse. Somebody tweeted, when Queen Elizabeth was born, the British Empire was 25% of the planet. 100 years later, her grandson liking butt stuff is a joke on an airline's Twitter page. Who would have thought? Jonathan O'Sullivan saying, to think taxpayer paid for that strap-on. Indeed. That's what my taxpayer money is paying for. And TMC saying, I don't think the new PR guru is going to last long. It's been one thing after the other since they can't use Prince Harry to hide Prince William's mess. # Prince William affair. Somebody else tweeting, this is going to be Prince William's coronation throne. The Game of Thrones throne. Yes, I think this will suit him perfectly. Be very comfortable for Willie. Mina, I sent you the video that Princess Diana did with Martin Bashir. Where did you send it? Did you send it in Instagram? Is it the full one? Did you send me the full one? Oh, I was just seeing a message from Truth of Dilly. So sorry I'm missing your shows. No, no issue, Truth of Dilly. Can always watch the replays. I am on Insta and you can message me, by the way. On Duchess of Success Official. Yes, Cinderella, who hasn't received a traffic ticket? That's the bad gal gang activity that the Derangers were hoping for. I'm just so I respect Doria so much for her silence, because and her gracious silence, I should say, because to watch your only daughter and your precious flower be done the way Meghan has been done by an entire institution, by the entire British press. I can't even imagine as a mother what she would have gone through. Because when you see that your child hurts, as a mother you hurt. And then to see your former partner, her father, joining in. Oh, Rahini, by the way, is saying that your device is not connected. So if you're wondering why I haven't added you to the chat yet, that's why. Okay, yeah, now, yeah, now it's okay. Okay, I'll add you in a sec, hun. Give me 1 sec. I'll let you have your 2 cents. Legs. So they tried to look at Doria for a criminal past and find nothing, but willing to interview with Scammy and Thomas Jr. without credibility. Exactly. I mean, I wonder what we'd find if they looked a little bit more into their pasts, because it's obviously the Markle side of the family that is problematic. Thank you, Lottie G, for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Mandy, William and Kate have everything they could ever want, but they have to try and destroy Diana, Harry, and Meghan and their children because of jealousy and insecurity. Willie Leaks is a traitor to his mum's memory. And I don't understand why they don't get that. It doesn't matter how much they go after how much they go after Harry and Meghan. It's not going to make them any more popular. They are the problem. Oh gosh, did the trolls come in? The trolls have come in. Thank you so much, moderators. You do the Lord's work. Lucy Wynn, Family Guy's Quagmire picture is known for being a pervert. Okay, now we understand the reference. Thank you. Yes, Lorna, Doria is a woman of integrity. All right, Rahini. Do you want to speak now? Do you want to Hello. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Happy Friday.
Hi, happy birthday, Connie Boomer. Happy birthday to you. Oh my God. Listen, yesterday I was cracking up because they think that it's the squad, but that day it was a slow day in Black Twitter. And they let Black Twitter get their hands on this.
Everybody was so bored waiting for Beyonce's album,
I
and then it was
know.
like he's so lucky that Beyonce's album hadn't come out.
Oh my gosh. Listen, oh my goodness, it was so hilarious. Black Twitter, But what was very interesting, they were trying to claim that it was Harry, and they were posting all these weird pictures of Harry in his youth and stuff. But the problem with that is that we've seen these before. They're nothing
Yeah.
new, and that's the problem. You exposed Harry, so that he has no skeletons in his closet. There's nothing new we could learn about Harry. That is bad, like nothing. You
Yeah, and
threw him to the
also,
wolves.
also they did try to start the bots and the trolls tried to start a counter trend, saying Prince Harry likes being pegged. And I mean, is this all Lee Thompson can do? Send out the bots and the trolls. But they did
But
try to start a counter trend, and it didn't work.
it is their own fault. It is their own fault because they set a dangerous precedent. You allowed a princess of the realm to be treated like that. So
Mm,
therefore, all of you are fair game now. You allowed that. You sat
yes,
there and said it
yes,
was okay. So what is good for the goose is good for the
good for
gander.
them.
You
Hmm.
wanted that level of salaciousness out there. You wanted that to try to undermine them, not realizing that all of you are going to be subjected. So when Megan took them to court, she was trying to protect all of them.
Hmm.
All of them could benefit from this.
Yes. Let me now that you've said that, that actually lends well to the next slide. And somebody touched on this, Gail Edwards, saying a thread and my final say on the subject before I go back to cleaning my house and laughing as I scroll by the Prince of Pegging hashtag. People get up to all sorts of things behind closed doors, and so long as they are consenting adults, who really gives a fig? However, it becomes public fodder when you deliberately set yourself and your widely reported lazy wife to be paragons of virtue at the expense of your only brother and his widely reported successful wife. Over the past 6 years, Kate has been canonized and William applauded as the great white hope for the future of the monarchy. Nothing wrong with any of that if that's what you believe, but to destroy and denigrate another human being using your access to the horrific British media was always a dangerous and poorly thought out strategy. The glory was only ever going to be short term. There are many people, including celebrities, corporations, and thought leaders, who have seen what has been happening over the past 6 years, who have been disgusted, yet kept their hands down and tried to mind their business until the worm always turns and people around the world can see what's happening. Many of us know what it feels like to be discriminated against, to be marginalized, to be on the outs, and not just because of race or gender. We know the inhumaneness of bullying. When you know that, it's hard to sit back and watch another person go through it. It's hard to listen to the inane ramblings of the deranged trying to justify why they think this person deserves to be vilified. Now, those with access to information from as far back as when Prince Harry was minding the country's business in Afghanistan and Meghan was being her usual carefree, kind, and human self, mingling with her fans and representing her causes, they are kicking back and exposing the saints. This is those in the know way of saying no more. If you're gonna play this smear game, then you're then we're gonna even the playing field. Let Wills have his kinks, but just know that the global mocking, I'm sure, is a direct result of the mass cruelty that has been levied towards Harry and Meghan. They met, fell in love, and tried to live their lives their way. Yes, they have pushed back against some of the lies and narrative about them, but who wouldn't? This Prince of Pegging and hashtag Prince William affair is nothing in comparison to what the Sussexes have experienced and the losses they've suffered, their family relationships, and their baby, no doubt. I have laughed hysterically at the tweets, memes over the last 24 hours. Why? Because glass houses spring to mind. Maybe William will see it's time to stop the smear campaign and realize that it's him and his incessant jealousy, not the Sussexes or even Andrew. Can you believe that? That is destroying the precious monarchy. A freaking men. Rahini, anything to say about that?
Can I get a hallelujah? Or
Mm-hmm.
as Medea would say, can it hallelujah? Hallelujah.
I mean, she said it all, didn't she?
She did. This is their own fault. And the weirdest thing, I don't even think they are realizing it. They are really not. They're not. There's nobody there that is strong enough to speak truth to power. Nobody there that is strong enough to tell them, yo, this don't make sense. This don't make
Mm,
sense. You are shooting yourself in the foot.
mm-hmm.
In the foot. And one thing I wanted to say about Doria, I believe that Miss Ragland had a job with the state. I think she was a social worker.
Mm-hmm.
And it would have been almost impossible for her to have that job if she had a criminal record.
Of course.
It would have been impossible. You can't even get a job as a cleaner working for a government office if you have a criminal record. So that alone tells you that doesn't make any sense at
Mm-hmm.
all. It's so ridiculous. But I am wondering if Harry, somebody in the office of better ups, said like, Harry, you gotta see this. I would love to. I would love to hear what he thinks about that. I would
Or
love
like
it.
Nacho tweeting him.
Or like, Nacho, dude, check this out. He probably killing himself with laugh. Killing himself with laugh. Or worse yet, somebody had to tell that to the queen. Isn't that why? Is that why she's staring at him like that? Maybe she's saying, "Oh my God, not the scepter."
I mean, I feel like she's been here before with the tampon tape, so what would surprise her? Hello, Rahini, you there? Okay, Rahini went on mute for a moment. But yeah, what would surprise the Queen at this point? She's seeing it all. And goodness knows what was happening in her marriage to Philip. Also, speaking of Philip, I actually forgot to put it on a slide, but oh, Mina, hello. I will add you to the chat in a moment. But in regards to Philip, I don't think we're going to be able to see his will. Let me just get the story, sorry, so I can read it. Oh yeah, so the Court of Appeal has dismissed the Guardian's challenge over a private court hearing in which Prince Philip's will was sealed. So basically, the judgment said a judge acted correctly when he decided to hold a secret court hearing in which he banned the public from inspecting Prince Philip's will. The Court of Appeal has ruled. 3 appeal court judges ruled that the media did not have the right to attend the hearing or to be notified about it, adding that publicity would have compromised the need to preserve the dignity of the Queen and her family's privacy. Excuse me, but who pays for the Queen's lifestyle and her family's lifestyle? That's the taxpayer. So we have every right to know what was in his will. But I do give credit to The Guardian for trying. They seem to be the only news outlet that attempted to try and get his will made public. But the article also says that from 1911, the Windsor family has managed to exempt itself from provisions in British law that ordinarily require wills of British citizens to become public. And don't forget also that the judges are the Queen's judges. So yes, that was that with Prince Philip's will. Mina, you want to speak?
Oh, yes. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Welcome to the chat, darling. Happy Friday.
Oh, yes. Happy Friday to you too. I'm just looking forward to the day when the monarchy falls, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it's going to be a ish show, if you know what I mean.
Mm,
Oh, and I'm also looking forward to Harry's book whenever it comes out.
yes. Yeah. Do you think that I'm actually thinking that it might come out on his birthday.
It probably will.
Or just before Christmas for the shopping season. But on your comment about the monarchy falling, do you think that it would be like a day, a week, or like a slow progression? And what do you think is going to be the catalyst for that?
Well, I would say probably a slow progression because surely, I mean, it's already crumbling down. It's just only going to be a matter of time of when and how.
Mm.
So when that happens, I hope the people in the monarchy can find a decent 9 to 5 job.
Oh gosh, don't know what 9 to 5 job that would be. I mean, working at McDonald's as a manager pays more than being an assistant for Kate. They've got plenty of wealth. I think they're just very greedy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Did you have anything else to say? Chef Sandy's in the chat, or was that all?
Oh, I had wrote in the chat a while ago. I had actually messaged you a video that Princess Diana did.
Oh, where did
When
you message me? Did you message me on Twitter or Instagram?
it was Instagram. Because I rarely use my Twitter account.
Mm-hmm.
I could just reposted it. I could probably like tweet it to you on your Twitter account if you want.
But what's your Instagram name?
Oh, it's G_Amina.
All right, I'll look out for that. I get so many Instagram messages that it can be very easily missed, but I will look for that. Thank you so much for sending me that.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
No worries. All right, Chef Sandy Love, hello, welcome. Oh, thank you. Oh, I can't unmute your mic, darling. Unmute your mic. There you go.
Hello?
Hello.
Ciao, Bella. Hello, beautiful. I love your voice. Oh my goodness.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And also, I want to say this, darling, you're amazing, just like Baron and all the squaddies, with all the schedules you have, with everything you've got on ground. Yeah, you might be, sometimes not on the right path, on the right time, but you're always giving us all that we need, and we appreciate you, my darling.
Well, thank you so
I
much. I
I see
I
you
appreciate you too.
I see you as my daughter. She can be like, yeah,
Oh,
mommy, I'm coming. Yeah, by 5 o'clock, and the next day is a change thing. We're going out. She's the last one to get ready. But we love you, girls. We love you. You keep
to be
us.
fair, I'm the one who's late. Baron's always on time.
That's what I'm saying. What I mean is that I appreciate you, like Baron and all the rest of the squaddies. But you
Oh,
are
thank you
like my
so much.
daughter in a lot of things, and I love you. From the beginning, when you
Oh,
started on YouTube, I've always been there with you. Then you change your what do you say, your platform, the page, how do you call it?
because it
The
was
color
Markle
of your,
Sparkle,
yeah,
and then
everything
yeah.
exactly. I've always been there because there's something about you that I love that is like my daughter.
Oh,
And
thank you. Are you from the
mm,
UK?
yeah,
Okay, where are you based in the UK?
in Woolwich.
In what? Oh, so you're within London.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So
Yeah.
when I finally do that squaddy meetup brunch, you are coming, yes?
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that. As a chef, I want to give the best and bring the best. Whatever we're meeting, just tell me on time. I'll get all the, is it Italian? Is it English? Whatever it is, let me know. I'm on ground for that.
Fantastic. All right. What are your thoughts on this week's events?
Pardon?
What are your thoughts on this week's events?
Oh, listen, I'm starting from the beginning. Let me start what I want to say first, and then we get whatever comes in, yeah?
Okay, I'll go right ahead. Say whatever you want to say, darling.
Okay. First of all, is Doria. Oh my
Hmm.
goodness. As a mama, we cry. We see our babies. She could go out there like I could do, like come out and say hell to the no and just speak it out. But she listened to what her baby says to her. She listened to what her son Harry says to her. Mama, don't do this. Not like the spam donor. She
So
listened.
you're breaking up a little bit, Chef Sandy. You're breaking up a bit.
Can you hear me now? I don't know why it's breaking up. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
You're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. As a mama, Doria must have her own dark moment just by herself, crying,
Yes.
being hurt to see her daughter going through what she's going through. No mother No sister or brother can see what their loved ones are going through and they have to stay calm, and you know what I mean.
Mm.
But she listened because I know Megan will say, hey, mama, don't do this. Harry will
Mm.
say, just as they say to Thomas, and he didn't listen. But a mom, I'm not disrespecting fathers out there, but a mom is always there. We always are, just like Diana, she said, you know, you can get, you know, the word that she said to Harry then, that you can get naughty, but don't let being caught. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, you know, she cried. Dora is in pain most times, but because she's not allowed, because trust me, as a woman of color, you could come out there as beast to defend. It doesn't matter what it takes to tear the wall down. But she listened and she's obeying. All I see in Doria is on her knees praying to God for justice. And it's happening because whatever is happening, I keep saying it, even in Baron's platform, is the power of vibration. People are not getting it. And it's yet to
Mm.
come. Because listen, it's been there for ages. And when you pray on your knees, when you pray for justice, it's not that God doesn't exist. He does exist, but he does things in his own time.
Mm.
And William, how much we did love him.
Mm.
How much that smile of Diana we see was, oh my baby, oh look at him. I did love William with passion, just as I did Harry.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, he turned into what he is today. It's so heartbreaking and annoying because true brothers have their mom did everything possible to bring them together as one.
Mm.
But he chose what he needs to choose. That's his own way. Trust me today, if Harry, I know that he will stay far away from him, but anything to do to help his brother, no matter what has happened today, Harry would do it. That's the difference. Yeah. But what I want to say, we did love his brother as well. We carried him along just as we did Harry.
Oh, absolutely. I
And
mean, look at the pictures that I've just put on the screen. These pictures are actually from the Diana memorial concert at
mm-hmm,
Wimbledon that they did together. You know,
exactly.
everybody put their arms around them, and you can see they look so happy here. And there's just something
Exactly.
in William that just rotted
Oh
his
my
soul.
gosh, when he was getting married to Kate, I was there. Oh, look at my baby. Look at you. Look at this. Look at that. At the end, look at the heartbreaking. Look at what is happening. But
Mm.
you know, the way you make your bed, so you lie on it. If you choose good, good be it. If you choose bad, bad be it. But you don't mess up with the power of vibration. It's not yet happening. It's going to happen. It's not me saying it. It is what is in there. Our ancestors pray for us from the beginning. When your parents put their hands in your head every day, your grandparents, your great grandparents, and when it happens, they say, it is well. Listen, it's happening. It's not only in America, in Asia, and in everywhere. It's moving everywhere because these are places that people needed justice, people's right, people's dignity, people's love for their own thing has been taken away, and they cried out. It's vibrating
Mm.
and it's coming out after
Mm.
they can use their power, their influence, whatever they're using, but it's not thing that they can handle. It's coming from the air, from the land, from the sea, from everywhere. It's vibration. It's justice.
Mm. Mhm.
You get me, my daughter?
Mhm.
So it is what it is. So Doria, I respect and I love her because listen, it's not that she's just taking it with grace, she's taking it in pain, in crying, but she's on her knees praying. And we are there with the vibration wave with everyone because this sausage squad thing is not about it's not about a race, it's not about continent or whatever. It's about vibration. People are seeing the injustice. Whether you're white, green, yellow, whatever it is, we love everyone when you come along in love and unity, just as Diana did, just as Mandela did. They didn't choose a color just to say, this is my one. They choose everyone to be part of it. And even those that are white had their own part of vibration calling for justice.
Mhm.
So you know what? I'm so proud of you, girl, and proud of everyone in the platform of the Sausage Squad. Anything that comes out, they come out saying, yeah, yeah, it's a squad, is that they don't get it and they will never get it.
Yes.
The vibration gave us this move to move on to do it. Yeah. We're doing it. but the force is beyond it. It's not. It's something that they cannot. It's vibration. Is a supernatural thing that comes not on voodoo, not on cards, not on no. And they have to fasten their belt because there's nothing they can do about it. Mark this down. No, they will pay back because that finger pointing at them is going. The rest is going back to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. I'm a trustful woman of God. But it's not thing that I'm saying on my own. It's a thing that's coming out. God is a God of justice. You can blaspheme him. You can say, oh, you believe, whatever you want to say. But he's coming out and he will hunt everyone according to their deeds.
Mm.
And the power of our ancestors, listen, we've been blessed. When they cry out there, we look at the stars. When we speak things, they take us for granted. It's coming back. And it will hold them back, except they repent and change and ask for forgiveness and they turn their ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be easy. So I just want to appreciate you, my baby girl. Keep doing what you're
Thank
doing.
you.
The Lord is your strength. You're moving higher and higher, just as everyone preaching good, preaching for justice, supportive of each other. I want to send a big shout out to my Connie darling. Happy birthday, my sweetheart. You're such a supportive person to the squaddies. We love you. To all my squaddies, I don't call you because if I should type all the names, I can't do it, but I give my love to every one of you. And Miss Verda, La Mia Verda, please, I hope you're getting yourself together and I hope everything will be good. Remember, all things work together for our good. You're getting there, baby girl.
If anybody
Have a
has the
lovely
link, thank you so much, Chef Sandy, for those wonderful words. I appreciate you also. If anybody has the link to Verda's fundraiser, or Verda, if you have the link, please
Yeah, we had
post
it.
it and I'll pin
It
it.
was shared before on Darren's, so we were able
Yeah,
to have the link. Yeah.
thank you. Please post it again so I can pin it. And thank you so much, Chef Sandy, for your kind words. I appreciate you also. So
Yes, my darling.
Fatumata, can see you there, darling.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Welcome to the chat. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. I'm sorry, I have the cold, so my voice is a little deep today.
Oh, no worries.
Um, I I want to be fast, but I want to say that this trend yesterday was got me really confused. And yes, I googled it to see what was going on, and I look at the images. Please don't do that. If you like me, if you anything like me, don't do it. When it comes to Prince William, sometimes I'm a little disappointed in him. Sometimes I don't like him. But to tell you the truth, I'm mostly very disappointed the way he's treating his brother. And because if you remember, Prince Harry always supported him and his wife.
Mhm.
And even the one time I think called Kate, the sister he never had, if I remember. And so I don't know why he decided that his brother's happiness was a problem.
Mhm.
I don't get it. And now what he's doing with his mother, how can you do that? You he's censoring his mother.
Mm.
And well, I don't know. I love Prince Harry, that's all. I hope that one day Prince William will wake up and say, what the hell am I doing? He probably will not, but that's my hope. Because uh, no, he was horrible, but sometimes I feel like uh, Prince Harry might be missing a little bit his, brother. Maybe I don't know, or
Mm.
maybe he was pretending all this time. Maybe he was just tolerating his
Yeah,
brother. Maybe he was like this all this time. He's just
that's what it
tolerating him
feels
because he
like.
didn't have any choice. Yeah,
That's what it feels like sometimes. And I've seen interviews of them together where, Harry's, being a little bit of a tease and William's kind of giving him the side eye. So I do feel like there has been a little bit of jealousy and, the spare is basically there to take the fall for the heir. And I feel like in a way, maybe William hasn't always seen Harry as a brother, more like a tool, because he's treating him and his wife now like objects.
Probably because I really don't get it. But I don't look at the images again, please.
Yes, if
I'm still not over it.
if you're a little bit more tame, maybe the images aren't for you. But thank you so much, Fatima, for your words,
Yes.
and have a lovely Friday, dear.
Uh,
All right, Nelson, hello, welcome to the chat.
Hi, Duchess. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Great to have a guy squaddy. We love our guy squaddies. We need more of you.
Yeah. Am I like the first male squaddy to ever speak on the show?
No, that would be Arnold. So I think you're like the second.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. I'm all the way in South Africa, by the way. I follow you.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So basically, the reason why I got involved in, basically Sussex squad and all of that, I'm not someone who follows the royal family. I'll say that. But I think the treatment of Meghan just kind of, it put me off. It put me off.
Yeah.
And that's why basically you see me here. I think a lot of us, particularly because South Africa is part of the Commonwealth, right? And the royal family claim to basically the Commonwealth is their legacy, and they're trying all these things, they're helping people, blah blah blah. But I think the treatment of Meghan has put off a lot of people in the Commonwealth, particularly people of color. I think a lot of us see what's happening, and we don't like it. We don't like it. We see what happened to Diana, how she was treated, and we basically see the same pattern of treatment happening on Meghan. And also the fact that her heritage plays a part in that. And I think a lot of us are taken aback because the monarchy has always sold us this idea that it's an inclusive institution. It represents everybody. But the moment Meghan came in, you could clearly see that a lot of people were they had their backs against the wall, and the treatment from the British tabloids has been horrendous. I'll say that. And it's clear that this young woman has basically she's going through, she went through a lot. And the fact that she's being viciously attacked like this, hey, it's a bit tough to watch. It's a bit tough to watch and not have anything to say about it. That's the problem. So personally, I'm not exactly someone who's interested in the monarchy or anything like that. Personally, I think it's a bit ridiculous. Just like the Commonwealth as an institution is kind of ridiculous because it does nothing. It does nothing. It's basically a collection of, the UK wants to maintain that illusion of still being, some sort of world power. And look at all these countries that are part of the British Commonwealth, even though it's basically it does nothing. So I think I do think the royal family does realize the kind of power that Meghan has, particularly in the Commonwealth, because a lot of us, we've never seen a princess of color before, So seeing a first member of the royal family who's, who looks like us basically, and she's treated like this, I think if it hasn't dawned on the institution, the fact that the treatment of Meghan could potentially break up this institution that they prize so much, that they value so much, then they'll never get it. They honestly will never get it. If it doesn't make sense to them that people of color actually matter, they're not our overlords. We're no longer sycophants. We're no longer peasants. We've got voices, and we're people, we can see what's happening. And if they don't see that this thing could basically break off this institution, then they'll never open their eyes. So that's basically what I came to say. That's basically what I came to say. It's heartbreaking, honestly, that she has to face all of this. But she's. I mean, I can see her. She's a strong woman. She's a strong woman. She's got that power, and she does realize it. That's the thing. That's why she bolted. I'm just happy that she is a strong-willed woman, because Diana wasn't that lucky. Look at what happened to her. She wasn't lucky. Unfortunately, she wasn't as strong. She was naive. She was still, a child. At least Meghan came into the institution having being independent, and she, even Harry himself, yeah, he was a happy-go-lucky guy. He was liked by people, but he basically, that institution infantilized him. It infantilized him, and I think Meg told him, "Hey, bro, you gotta wake up. This is not how people live. You're not controlled. So I think these so-called men in gray suits, whatever they call them, these people control that family, and it's either their way or the highway, and they want members of that family to feel like they are helpless without them.
Yes.
And Megan
you can't leave. It's literally a cult.
You can't leave. Yeah, basically, it's a cult. And that's why Harry said, Megan, basically she woke me up. She opened my eyes because, I was basically in a cult. And the reason why the royal family continues basically to try and run them down is because, these people have seen the light. And if these people can see the light, how many other people who are trapped in that situation can also see the light, So, yeah, basically that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I think the Queen is the one who's holding, the whole thing together. Charles has his own scandals. I mean, from the fact that he married, Camilla, I'm not gonna say anything nasty about her. I think her past speaks for itself. As well as all the other scandals. I mean, I just read that he's got money stuffed in bags and stuff. I mean, that's basically like a movie, the Italian mafia or something like that. Then you've got I just saw on Twitter, Prince of Pegging, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, so yeah, these people basically have their own challenges. So they're trying to use Harry and Meghan basically, as the front image to all their problems. Look at Andrew. I mean, those people don't question a man who's accused of, molesting young kids, a man who runs with human traffickers, people who traffic kids, people who sell kids, to the highest bidder. They protect him. He comes out with his mother, he's laughing, he's doing that. You don't see them going after him the way they're going after this woman. And I think that in itself, that is what racism is. And I think most of us aren't going to buy that. We're not going to take it. We see what's happening, and we're not stupid. So basically, that's what I'm here to say. So I'm a huge supporter. I'm a huge supporter of the Sussex squad. I hope a lot of guys can see that this is not a ladies kind of thing. Issues of race are quite important.
Yes.
Issues of race, and one thing about the Sussex squad is that this is basically a front lines. This is the front line of trying to defend this couple, a young couple who are trying to basically build themselves, build a life, and they're being torn down by an institution that is trying to use all its power to make sure that they don't succeed. I think that is a huge problem. So yeah, thank you for having me, and support all the way.
Thank you so much, Nelson. And you are getting so much love in the comment section. The ladies are loving your voice. It's just saying that you sound sexy.
Okay, that's just.
I don't know if you're a single, Nelson, but I'm sure there's a lot of single ladies in the squad as well that would be interested. But thank you so much for your words, and I agree with everything. You said it. This is a front line for this couple and defending this couple. But I also think, Tina from Sussex Squad podcast has said this many times. This isn't just about Harry and Meghan. This is bigger than Harry and Meghan now. This is the young girl, the young black girl who is being picked on, the woman of color who's going into the workplace and feels like she has to shrink herself. So this has now become, I think, part of a bigger narrative, and we cannot allow the press to get away with what they've been getting away with, and the institution to get away with what they've been getting away with. But thank you so much for your words, Nelson. Also, thank you to Francine Bird, who gave a super sticker earlier. I just wasn't able to because somebody wasn't able to mention your name because somebody else was talking. But thank you so much. Okay, next in the talking line is Roseanne Campbell. Hello, Roseanne. Welcome to the chat.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Well, I just want to say, happy Friday to you and all the squaddies.
Happy Friday to you as well.
I'm old enough to remember when certain things were reported about Diana, and I have just seen. I remember when I started to feel that the reporting of Meghan was just really like an echo of what they were doing to Diana. And I only had one person to speak about that at the time. And then to see, I remember when I think it was 2016, 17, I used to have some pitch battles on YouTube and Twitter under a different handle, YouTube name, where there was just so much. I mean, those YouTube accounts have been taken down now, and it was so awful. And I said to myself, I used to say to them, "You watch, the truth will be coming out. The truth is gonna come out." And to see it come out 6 years later, more and more and more things, whether it's through the legal battles Harry and Meghan has done, or people just coming out with their own things. I just feel that people are so fed up with what they're seeing that whatever this set of people are that know about the Duke of, as I now call him, the Duke of Pegbridge, as I call him now, because that is what you might as well call him that. Why not? Now that as people know about him and his peccadillos and all that kind of stuff from whenever he was bathing like that, and to see it come full circle, right? To see it come full circle, to slap him back into reality that it's 2022 now, not 1922 or 1822, which is even worse when you could bully a black woman, bully a woman of color, and she just sit down there. Yes, sir. No, sir. How high you want me to jump, sir? No, that is not how things run now. As Nelson just said, as Rohini just said, that is, and so things are gonna go now. To those who are Jamaican in the audience or from the Caribbean, that is not how things work now. That is not how things. What the man said. We run things now. Things don't run we. Right? Harry and Meghan are running their lives. The royal family don't run them in terms of telling them what to do and how high. And I used to see people on YouTube making comments saying, "Oh, and these were like middle-aged, predominantly women of no color, as I call them. I'm not being disrespectful, but that's how I call them. And they used to say things like, "Oh, she's gonna be his slave," and what? And I thought, why are you saying that? Can you not see the man loves her? But they just had this idea in their head that she was gonna be his servant girl type affair type thing. And it just, I had to have pitch battles with them. Thankfully, they're all deleted now.
I mean,
But
even the Queen's former secretary said it. He said, "Oh, it's Dickie Arbiter. She's just going to be a fling." So you can see where they got it from.
And somebody from The Spectator said that as well. She's not the kind of woman you marry. She's the kind of woman you just have an affair with. So us as black women, we're not good enough to get married to and be truly loved and treated well. Clearly in their minds, and they still have that idea now. And I've watched some drama series over the last 5-6 years where there was a mixed race girl having an affair with a white guy, and she get pregnant, and it was just like, oh, he went back to his wife anyway. And I thought, and that theme seems to keep going on in a lot of drama series, particularly in Britain, where a black or mixed race girl has an affair with a white guy and he goes back to his wife, or he dumps her, or whatever. So it's almost as if they're playing out vicariously what they hope might happen. And as we all know already, they wanted Harry to just send her back to America and stay here. And they still keep saying, "Harry, you can come back." So what's happened to his wife? Why should she not come back too? And I am so glad to see everybody who is out there now speaking out. I was so glad to see blue tick Twitter people and all over the place making fun of this Duke of Pegbridge, because it's about time. It is about time, right? It is about time from Pismaron, as I labeled him back then, all the way through to this one. It is about time. These men have to stop doing this. These people have to stop doing it. Look what they're doing to what's her name? Tom Hiddleston's fiance. They started it a little bit, and then
Mhm.
somebody drew the brakes and said, "No, you're not going to start that on Zoe Ashton. You're not going to do that to her now." So that they've realized that they've done enough with Meghan and Beyonce and Serena Williams when they were pregnant. They better not start that now. So
Mm.
I saw a newspaper article saying, "Don't bother start that with Zoe Ashton because they're starting it up already. Oh, she's a fake belly and all that kind of stuff." It has to stop. It has to stop. And I'm so glad the chickens are coming home to roost. I am so
Yes.
glad. Sorry to just rant like that, but I'm
No,
just
no worries at all. That's what this space is for. Rant all you want. This is a safe
I just
space.
love what you're doing, Baron. I can't always catch you these days because I'm working and doing a lot of different things, but I just every time I can manage to get alive, I will try.
Oh, thank
So I'm
you.
glad I got you today.
Well, I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. And all the squaddies, have a great Friday. Have a great weekend, and we just keep praying for each other and our faves as well.
Yes,
And as
indeed.
Rohini said, was it Rohini? No, Chef Sandy, when she
Mm.
said, "What must Dora be going through as a mother?" And I just thought to myself, yes, I was feeling that as well. I was feeling that, you
Yes.
know.
Yeah.
It's like
Thank
my babies are going through something and they're not mine.
Yeah, but you, especially as a woman of color,
Mhm.
you can see yourself in Megan's situation.
I've been in some situations where they have made out that I have done something I haven't done, and I've had to say
Mhm.
to them, "No, don't start that with me." And it's only when I have proof that I keep receipts, love. I keep them because it shuts up the liars and it shuts up the haters. They cannot say anything when they see a receipt. And as we know, I'm sure Harry and Meghan have plenty. Harry said from years before he met Meghan, he doesn't want to be in the royal family anymore. That's why I went into
Yeah.
the army for 10 years and stayed there.
Yes.
And I think there was when you did your live yesterday or the day before, you were saying what happened with Afghanistan. It was the royal family, because it came out, that told the Australian news outlet who leaked it, and he had to be extracted from Afghanistan because William and Kate just had their second baby, and Harry was needed to help with the workload of what the two were doing. So remember, they
Right.
had George in 2013. Then Charlotte was born in May 2015, and it was then that it was leaked, 2015, because it was in there from 2005 in the army. It was leaked that he was in Afghanistan to an Australian outlet. They talked it, and because of the danger of him being a prince in Afghanistan, they had to take him out. Just as he was starting his second tour in, I can't remember where in Afghanistan, they had to extract him for his own safety and his regiment safety as well. So it was because of them. It came out a couple of years later, but it's been scrubbed from the internet now. Convenient.
Wow.
So
That's
it
so
was then.
interesting.
It came out then,
Mhm.
2016 or 17. It came out, and
But
Harry was very angry.
do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me because, a prince of the British realm fighting on the front lines of Afghanistan, that made Harry look like Superman, and that's not why Harry went. Harry wanted to get away. He wanted to serve his country. He didn't go there
He
for his
became
own
captain.
profile, but
Yeah, he became captain just from hard work. He went there as a
yes,
regular underling. I don't know what the first stage of the army is, private or whatever, and he worked his way up to Captain Wales. And remember they were always trying to make out that Harry, because he didn't go to uni and do all of his A levels like William and whatever, he was a dum dum. He's a redhead dum dum of the family. So when he worked his way up and impressed his army superiors off his own back, not because he's a prince, because by that point they saw him as a little throwaway spear. Just he's nothing. So he worked off his own hard work, off his own back in the army, and made his way. Being a captain in the army is not so. That's like having a master's degree. So if Harry wanted to go and do a master's degree right now, even though he doesn't have all of that, just his experience alone, like how they have prior learning in the UK. I live in the UK. They said that you can do certain degrees, whether bachelor's degree or master's degree, based on prior work experience or prior learning. If he wanted to have a degree in whatever management or whatever, he could get his just like that in a blink of an eye, just from his management experience, which we now see him doing in all the other work. He's at Centre Barley, setting up all these different charities.
Yes.
Right? Invictus, everything. That shows strategy, right? All William could do with him ugly bald head is a geography degree. What the hell are you gonna do with geography? Learn where the map of America is and the map of England. What use is that? And Miss Ironing Board, as I call her. Sorry, Mumbles, as I call her. Me and my friend call her Ironing Board. All she got was art degree. What you gonna do with an art degree? Seriously.
Well,
Now she's doing child development. What does art degree have to do with child development? Because she proposed 3 children. She's a child development expert.
I've always said this. I don't understand why Kate just didn't get more involved in the arts. There's a huge British art scene here. In fact, Eugenie was the patron for. She was a patron for the Tate Museum, so I don't understand why Kate never got into that. Instead of it seems like they wanted to force her into something that just wasn't her strength. Very, very strange. But thank you so much, Roseanne.
Thank you for
your
listening.
words.
Sorry.
No, not at all, not at all.
All right.
I'm going to let Bay in, but Bay, I need you to remove your camera. Turn your camera off, hun. And now unmute your mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go right ahead, sweetheart.
Okay, perfect. I'm not gonna be on here too long.
No worries. Go
I was
ahead.
just curious about this video that you posted on your YouTube channel titled "Are the British Press Hiding a Royal Affair?" And what I would like to know is there a full video that's much longer? Because I want to hear more about what the woman has to say, or is that completely it?
So there is that was part of a much wider discussion about the royals, but that's all she said, alleging to the alleged for the lawyers listening affair. If I can find the link to the full video, I will post it in the community tab within the next 24 hours. But I've forgotten what the video was, where that was from. But it was part of a wider discussion of the royals, but she doesn't go into more detail. And because obviously you have to understand that it's still a very grey area for most people in the British press, and you can still get in trouble for talking about it. We can get in trouble for talking about it right now.
Okay, I completely understand. Have a nice day.
No worries. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay, Bertha, I'm happy to put you in the chat, but it's saying that your device is not connected. So do you want to just sort that out, darling, and then I'll let you in? Thank you so much to all the speakers today. Just amazing words of wisdom. Let's see what you're saying in the comments. Thank you so much, everyone, for the super stickers and the super chats. Much appreciated. Angela, Harry and Meghan's marriage will last. I will stay together all day their lives in Jesus' name. Indeed, like you can just see that they are a forever couple, in our rocking chairs, looking out at our grandkids, type of couple. This is the truest of love, and I just love that they are an example, a healthy example of a relationship. That Harry is a healthy example of what it means to be a man, to stand by your partner, to honor your wife, to praise her strength, to not be afraid to walk beside such a strong and amazing woman. Especially now in the era of online incels and these so-called fake dating coaches just pushing a lot of like hate out there. I think Harry is just an amazing role model. And you can see that they're together based on their values on love, and not that, suffer, struggle love that's often pushed. You can see that they're just at peace and in love, and I love that. All right, there were actually a few more slides that I needed to get through. So the chat is still open and the link is at the top if you want to join. And Rahini, you can always jump in anytime you want to jump in. But just to continue on the last couple of slides that I did have, there has been an attempt to shut down some of the conversation regarding the Prince of Pegging tag. Now, She Knows, which is an entertainment site, did an article about this, but it looks like some of the articles written about Prince William are being taken down. So it's very likely that calls have been made. And this particular article from She Knows had a very interesting tidbit. And at the end, it says, however, it's comedian Richard Jetta who might have won the Twitter war with his hilarious comment, man, the next season of The Windsors is going to be a hit and the Crown's going to have to knock an NC-17 series. We may never know the truth about Prince William's alleged extracurricular activities, but it's proving that the royal family has less protection than they think. The UK media might look the other way, but social media is changing the PR game for everyone. And I think that is just so true. And it's very, I feel like platforms like She Knows and the news sites, they have more to lose, I think, if they don't listen to the palace's demands. But I wish that they would have a strong enough backbone to just ignore, the palace throwing a tantrum. Because I think they would actually gain more by being more critical of the royals instead of just folding every single time you get a little bit of a threat. Valerie, I'm happy to add you to the chat, darling, but it seems like your device isn't connected. So if you just want to sort that out, I will add you. And thank you so much to the mods for keeping on top of the trolls. Also, another site did delete their story. This is a Rupert Murdoch owned publication. And I'll just read a little bit from The Guardian. It's known as the most conservative newspaper in Australia, but on Friday, Rupert Murdoch's national masthead ventured into the surprising territory of highly salacious gossip about the British royal family. Minutes after the article was taken down. Published by the Australian's new online youth section, The Oz, the article discussed in graphic detail the alleged sex life of a royal based on a blind item of gossip from a notorious Instagram account that did not name the subject. And the invisible contract is still alive and well, as it will be for some time, if they can take down articles like this with such speed. And also, the folks on TikTok got a hold of the hashtag, and this is what the royals can't control. Valerie, I'm going to allow you to speak. Go right ahead.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for joining us. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you. I think it's hilarious. The Prince of Pegging. I was laughing so hard, and apparently Byron, when he was talking about it, he just couldn't keep a straight face. It just got worse and worse and worse. Having said,
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, I was listening yesterday. Baron's chat yesterday was hilarious. I loved every single second of it.
And sometimes it makes you wonder, because one time I remember when I think William went to a when they had some they went to the LGB community, and then he mentioned he wouldn't mind if one of his children he wouldn't be upset if one of his children was gay. And now with the alleged with the pegging, I suspect that is what he is. That's why he's at ease with it. Because if
Well,
he,
no, I mean I wouldn't necessarily say that it's just a thing that gay men enjoy. Some people just enjoy it in general.
that is, and it makes you wonder a lot about this family. I think that they are very, it seems to me, what are you going to be the head of the church for? You're doing all such strange, the mistresses, and you're all there, you saying head of the church. It doesn't
I
say, it
mean,
doesn't.
yeah, I mean, I'm not for me. I don't know. For me personally, I'm not so bothered about what he does consensually in his sex life. But if he's doing it with a mistress and he is an adulterer, that I find problematic.
That's me.
Um,
That's what I'm finding. I'm finding all problematic, because I just find that you are all, yeah, like, for instance, the queen didn't want her sister to get married to that chap. I can't remember his name was, and because he was a divorcee, and it was and then in the end of the day, it's they're all divorcees. It's I think it just seems to me it smells of hypocrisy. We hide up all what we're doing, but yet we don't want to think. The only person who seems to be living his truth is Harry, and he's living with his wife, he's happy, and you still want to try constantly to try and do everything to break his marriage up. You cause his wife to having a miscarriage because of the stress, and then you go and then what's his name, Vicky Arbiter, Dickie Arbiter, he went and said that how if Diana was alive, Harry wouldn't have married. You don't know what Harry would have done. Why are you so worried about Diana if she was alive? You did everything to make sure she wasn't alive. So I don't understand, the nonsense. It's just complete utter nonsense. I just feel, and it makes me really question, the royal family. What are they there for?
well, it's not even the family have such a long history. I mean, this is all, to be honest, this is probably the most tame and quite frankly hilarious thing that's ever come out about this family. They have a long history of covering for sex offenders, for being friends with pedos, for
Yes, yeah.
pretty much poisoning every positive and good person that comes into this family. But it just seems like it doesn't matter what this group of people does, the general public just, they don't care. It's like they just let it continue, and that's what I don't understand.
I think one of the things, and I was trying to tell somebody, the truth is with the public, is that it's a strong association of the billionaire press, because even with Edward this, I think he's Edward the Eighth, with him, and apparently it is alleged that the people were very happy about him if he got married to Wallace Simpson. However, the press barons and the government got together, and that's why they didn't know, because they said that if he had because apparently he used to speak out a lot about the poverty, and he visited the people in the coal mines, and they were very, very upset. So he was very popular. So they said that when they had I think they had a poll, and people said, if he wants to marry her, they didn't care, let him marry her. But it was the press barons and the royal family. So it seems, it seems there's something not quite right. And then apparently, even when, and what was funny
Yeah,
with,
they're just a very messy family and have.
yes, they are very messy. And even though he was supported by them, I find with Harry and Meghan's situation, they almost want them to go into
Sorry, you're
exile.
you're sorry, you're breaking up quite a bit, Valerie.
Sorry. It's almost like they want them to go in exile. Then they don't even want them to live. They don't
Sorry,
hurt
Valerie,
one.
you're breaking up quite a bit.
Oh, sorry. Can you still hear me? Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Valerie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I think Duchess mic has gone.
Oh
I
my.
think it's her mic because it
Oh,
was kind of breaking up.
can you all hear me? Oh wait, can you all hear Valerie? Because for
Yes,
me,
I think it's your mic.
oh okay. So for me, Valerie is coming like really, really shaky.
Oh dear, because you were sounding a little shaky before, so I think it's your mic.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Carry on, Barry. Go ahead.
No, I said that I feel that this family it's almost like every time when Megan goes out or if she happens to go anywhere, she is mad that she mustn't be seen. And I felt that with Tom Bauer when he talked about she was smirking. When she went to the Jubilee and people waved and she smiled. And then he's saying that she had no act of contrition. She was even smiling. What was she supposed to do? Forgive herself for what? What did she do? All they
Mm,
said was they wanted to step away from the royal family. That's all they did. They didn't do anything. They didn't cause treason. They want to step away and support themselves. And it's this venom. I find it really dark.
yeah. It is really dark, and I can't remember who said it. There was another squaddy who had said that it had gotten to the point where it was even affecting her mental health because you can see what they've done to Megan, and you've probably seen or experienced parts of that in your own life. And for a moment there, it really did seem like, and even Harry said it out of his own mouth, they're not going to stop until she's dead, because I just don't understand how this can continue the way it has, how a whole machine and establishment can continue to pour down on one woman. But that's what we're here for.
That's
And
what
I do believe that we will be on the winning side. But thank you so much, Valerie.
thank you.
No worries at all. Have a wonderful Friday, hun.
You too, you too.
All right, that is pretty much all I had to say. Rahini, did you have any last words?
Yes, I was wondering, is it possible that around the anniversary of for Princess Diana, if you could stream the interview and we could have like a watch party, could we do that? And
You,
along with the hashtag, like if we get all the squaddies to go back to back like a marathon for the whole day, back to back, like because I think the interview is about 40 minutes. So you all can do like two
mm,
hours at a time, plan it, and even do, I don't know, maybe stream the audio in spaces on Twitter. Like, let's just let Diana take over. Let's flood it with her
you
as an
are
act
a
of
genius.
defiance. As an act of defiance, we flooding it. Diana forever.
You are an absolute genius, Rahini. I love the idea of that. I absolutely love the idea of that. Okay. I'm gonna consider that. What I may have to do though, because I don't know how that would work with copyright. um hmm. Okay, let me see how that would work with copyright, because I don't want to end up getting if I get a strike on my page, that would be quite a huge problem. But
Oh boy.
if it's not going to cause too many issues, I would absolutely love to do that.
Just get
I
all
would
the
really love
squaddies
to do that.
together, have a
Yeah.
Zoom meeting, and get all of them together and like, listen, this is the plan.
Yeah, actually, do you know what? If I feel a bit uneasy about doing it on my channel and getting a strike, I will literally just, download the Zoom free trial, and we can just do it in a Zoom, and I'll just put the link out and everyone can join the Zoom.
Yeah, because yeah, we need to let them know she can't be silenced
Yes.
because she told the truth. She
Hmm.
told the truth. Listen, what she had to say was what the same press was saying for a very long time. The world was watching this woman deteriorate,
Hmm.
and she spoke her truth on that day, and she was so honest. And you know what you should do? You should watch the interview with Megan's interview side by side. It is so similar.
Mm,
Is
mm,
as if you're seeing, is as if you're seeing a repeat of what's happening. The only difference is that there are parts of Megan's interview with um Harry sitting there. That
mm,
was the only thing, that Megan isn't alone. And
yes.
that gives us so much hope. That
Mm,
makes us feel so good. So this is why we uplift Harry. This is why we cheer for that alpha male.
mhm.
I on Twitter there was this girl who had this picture of him, and she said when he was walking in, and she said, Harry is giving me big D vibes.
Yes.
And you know what? And one of the trolls. Oh, by the way, I have declared that the trolls will now be called the peggers. I have spoken.
I
The
am
peggers.
I'm going to tweet that.
They'll be known as
As
the peggers.
by orders of Her Majesty Rohini
That's
across the
right.
land,
Of her Commonwealth, Trinidad and
yes,
Tobago, the peggers.
yes.
Right? And one of them said, Megan has never been with a black man. But she didn't need to. She had a redhead.
Yeah.
She had the ginger. She had the ginger Avenger. It was close enough. Close enough.
Light skin Harry.
I was light skin Harry. I'm just saying. Light skin Harry. It's so ridiculous. And the thing is, we would be prepared to just ignore them, to let them do their thing, and we'd be like, okay, they're there. If simply they just left alone.
Mm. But they
That's
didn't
all.
want to do that. They
Yeah.
should have left Megan alone. And with that, I'm going to close. Thank you so much, Rohini. Thank you to all of the speakers. What amazing speakers we have had today. And definitely on the Diana anniversary, if not on my channel, I will absolutely find a way to stream that interview. And what we can do, actually, if I don't stream it on my channel, we can watch it somewhere else and then come back to my channel and have a live chat and live discussion, and I'll take some calls, because I think it's really important that we revisit that day, and we revisit the whole Diana era, dissect how she was treated, but also celebrate her legacy. So thank you all so much for the chat today. What a wonderful chat it has been. Of course, I'm going to go straight back to my packing. Guys, it feels like the packing never ends. It's mad. And it's like I've thrown away so many things. I've given away so many things to charity. Oi, I'm going to get it done. But thank you all so much for your support. Have a wonderful weekend, my lovelies. And yeah, if there's anything that pops up tomorrow, then of course we can chat tomorrow, if not Sunday. And make sure to go over and head over to Baron as well. Baron has a chat today. Bye.
I know I messed it up, but in my soul, I feel a love for you that's out of control. Sometimes I feel like I can make you whole. I just can't change my emotions. There isn't anything I wouldn't do to prove that everything I say is true. And if you let me, I'll keep loving you. I just can't change my emotions. Come on,
Well. Next question.